Weather for Weather Geeks time. Here it is the August 25th edition, Tuesday evening. We had a very cool day today, even cooler than we thought it would be. Our forecast high of 71 was a little too optimistic. 67 was the best we could do this afternoon. By the way, that tied the record for the coolest high temperature on this date here in Youngstown. Actually, we've hit this two other times other than today. 1987 and 1958, it was also 67 for the high. Look at those low temperatures on those days. It was down in the 40s. Now we weren't that cool here this morning. We were in the 50s for lows, but only 67 on the high side this afternoon. And we have a couple of things to thank for the cool weather. Clouds, of course, and the overall pattern is a very, very cool looking pattern. You look upstairs in the atmosphere, and here's a look at the 18,000 foot flow, and boy, this looks familiar, doesn't it? We've had this kind of a pattern for two winters in a row with a persistent ridge out here in the west and a persistent upper low or trough just south of Hudson Bay and north of the Great Lakes. This is the type of pattern that's given us two straight very cold winters. Of course, now it's August, so we're not dealing with frigid temperatures and snow, but certainly we are dealing with cooler than average readings across the valley. Let's take a look at those temperatures this evening. These are 7 o'clock hour readings. Look at the heat out west. This is coming east eventually, but for now it's out west. And look at all the cool colors around our upper low. It was no higher than the 50s today in parts of the UP of Michigan, into parts of Ontario and Quebec as well. Again, the radar locally is pretty quiet. We've had some showers all day. These are actually lake effect showers, mostly east of Cleveland. Again, if it were January, this would be lake effect snow. But Lake County, parts of Geauga County, northern Geauga County, and parts of Ashtabula County have had some showers around for the day today. Nothing locally, but this will probably change tomorrow as the kind of the caboose of this pattern comes through. There's going to be a disturbance that comes through the base of that big upper low, and it's probably going to be enough to kick off a few showers during the course of our Wednesday. Let's show you the NAM model tomorrow afternoon. Let's go right about here to about midday tomorrow. And again, it's not going to be a lot, but these showers can have a penetration farther south than they did today. So we're going to give you a 30 to 40% chance of getting measurable precipitation in your backyard tomorrow. Any shower would be on the light side. Here's late in the afternoon. Any after work, after school activities could get a little damp with just real spotty showers, or maybe it's just a sprinkle. We're not looking at anything really tremendous out of this. As we go into the day on Thursday midday, I think the chance for a shower Thursday morning, first thing in the morning, is maybe 20 to 30%, but that's about it. I think the rest of the day we try to dry out, thanks to high pressure building in from the west. Now, this is going to be a slow process of clearing out, but once we do, late Thursday into Thursday night, our weather's looking fantastic for Friday. Here's a look at Friday's map. With high pressure centered over Pennsylvania. This is a beautiful looking day Friday with sunshine, some fair weather clouds in the afternoon. Temperatures getting back to where they should be here in late August, 79, 80 degrees, but the humidity will stay low. As we go into the weekend, real quick look at the weekend here. Models are not in great agreement on this next little disturbance coming in from the west, but the bottom line for you is here. I think Saturday is a dry day. This is Saturday afternoon. The GFS tries to blow some stuff up over Pennsylvania as the atmosphere moistens. Our main disturbance is actually out here across the Midwest and the Western Great Lakes on Saturday. And as we go ahead to Sunday, notice this starts to fill in a little bit. So we're going to allow for a spotty shower or storm with this disturbance on Sunday. I don't think it's a lot of rain by any stretch of the imagination. Let's talk about the longer range, because if this type of pattern is not your cup of tea this early in the season, boy, will you like the longer range. Don't drain the pools just yet, that is for sure. What we're looking at here is the upper levels, just like that chart I showed you a few minutes ago, just kind of in a different graphical form here. Here's the current pattern with our upper low here, trough in the east, upper ridge here with the ridge poking up into Canada. That's now. Now watch how this progresses as we go through time. That trough is going to start to lift out as we head towards the weekend, and that's why it warms up here. The center of the heat is still going to be parked out west. This is Sunday. Notice our upper high is still out here over the Four Corners, but it's starting to lean to the east. It was kind of straight up like this, and now it's starting to lean east. And that's a precursor of what we have coming, I think, for next week. As all this starts to kind of meander east, the center of that high is, while it's going to be weaker, it's going to relocate kind of over the Midwest. So, this is late next week, next Friday, as we're getting set for the Labor Day holiday weekend. We don't have a circular area of high pressure now. It's more like just a broad ridge, but instead of out here, it's now across the Midwest. And actually, there's a trough out west. So the center of the heat's going to shift east. And this looks like a very toasty pattern for the first week at least of September. And of course, the Canfield Fair is next weekend. A lot of us at 21 News will be sitting in a very warm tent. Looking forward to meeting a lot of you if I haven't met you yet at previous Canfield Fairs. Look forward to meeting a lot of our great viewers at the fair this year, coming up in about a week and a half. And we're going to be sweating. It's going to be hot. Of course, we can't get too detailed about any thunderstorms or anything like that yet, but certainly the pattern as we head towards the Labor Day holiday weekend, the Canfield Fair is going to be very toasty. And you can see that here on the 8 to 16 day outlook on the same model I just showed you. This is the temperature anomaly chart. Blue means cool, red and orange mean warm. Cool out west, warm in the east. So basically a total reversal of what we have now is coming in a week to 10 to 14 days. So at least the first week, if not 2 weeks of September, are looking pretty toasty. So the air conditioners will be humming, the pools will be active again. Summer is far from over. I've been preaching this for a little while now. All right, thank you for watching Tuesday night's weather for Weather Geeks. I will see you tonight on 21 News at 11. If you're up early tomorrow morning, Jess will have you covered on WFMJ Today. Have a great night.